Jill Johnston was the first woman I ever had a crush on. She wrote for the Village Voice, and I read her columns religiously. They were lyrical and profane, written in stream of consciousness style. She used minimal punctuation, spelled America lowercase and with a K, and had a knack for saying outrageous things, like all women are lesbians except those who don't know it. And until all women are lesbians, there will be no true political revolution. And lesbian is a label invented to throw at any woman who dares to be a man's equal. In 1973, Jill came to Smith College to talk about her new book, Lesbian Nation. She was 44. I was 19, a sophomore majoring in English. The year before, I'd read Kate Millett's Sexual Politics, which shattered everything I thought I knew about English literature. It turned me into a militant feminist and made me understand that Norman Mailer, who was then the darling of the literary establishment, was creepy and possibly a psychopath. I didn't know who I was or what I wanted out of life, but I knew that I had no interest in Amherst College mixers where girls drank until they blacked out and woke up in strange beds next to a pile of coats. Jill arrived on our campus, on our well-behaved campus, like an Amazon warrior, surrounded by her all-female entourage. Tall and rangy, with shaggy hair to her shoulders and small, crooked teeth, she had the confidence of a jock, like Billie Jean and Martina, and the goofy charm of a clown. Just by looking at her, you could tell how comfortable she felt in her body. And if you didn't like the way she looked, well, too bad. At the end of her talk, I stuck around for an autograph. And when it was time for her to go, she gave me a jaunty wave and said in a slightly snarky voice, "See ya around the campus." I swooned. Fast forward 44 years, and despite my crush on Jill, I've been married for 30 years to a man. I'm downtown at a play about a notorious debate in 1971 at Town Hall in New York City. The topic, women's liberation. The moderator, Norman Mailer. On the panel, Jill Johnston. As the actors recite their parts, film footage of the event starts to play on a screen. And there's Jill, reciting her poetry at the podium. Two women barge on stage, and all three tumble to the floor and start to make out. After the play, I rushed home to see if I could find my copy of Lesbian Nation. It was long gone, left behind in a move. I emailed a woman down the hall, a well-known feminist back in the day. She said her copy was missing too. When I went online to buy it, I discovered it was out of print. Even the Strand didn't have it. Next, I emailed the New York Public Library, but they kept their copy off-site. Finally, I realized there was only one place to find it, the Lesbian Herstory Archives in Brooklyn. And so, on a blustery day in early spring, I took the F train out to Park Slope. And sure enough, there it was, sitting on a shelf in a yellowing cover with a picture of Jill in an embroidered denim jacket and a metal necklace the size of a bicycle gear. As I sat down and flipped through the pages, I realized that pretty much everything she'd said about the patriarchy was still true. At the Women's March in 2017, aging feminists like me with gray hair and no makeup carried signs that said, I can't believe we still have to protest this crap. Long ago, Jill argued that who you sleep with is a political decision. I had no problem with that. I just failed at being a lesbian.